For all things outdoors, listen to the father of two, the Jesus-loving TV show hosting hairy, true-blood American redneck, Ben Cole.
And listen to the outdoor filming, chef cooking, chocolate milk drinking, John Weissmuller. And we are
Rooted Podcast.
What an eventful few days it has been in the opening of turkey season in the great state of Tennessee. Now, I know that we have had a fine time at Sinking Creek Ranch, and I know, John, you have dove in, hunted hard, and got a bird on the ground with the Rooted television call by Silverside Outdoors. Tell us a little bit about your experience today, man. I'm so proud for you guys.
Yeah, man. So my brother's in town. For those who don't know, my brother is in the United States Air Force. He's stationed down in Georgia, and so whenever he gets to come up, it's a real special time. So he came up just in time for the opening day of turkey season, and well, so he got here Sunday night. So we went out Monday morning, and it's funny because his wife wanted to go, and which was kind of a big deal, so it was her first time going turkey hunting, and I've got this chufa field that I keep talking about, right? Well, Saturday and Sunday, the chufa field did not produce at all, and I was a little disappointed. So going into Monday, I'm thinking, all right, Erica's going to get a bird, and then it'll be back on track. Well, Monday comes, and same scenario. All we see is a couple hens. Nothing else is really going on. So I'm like, gosh dang it, dude. I know that these birds are in here. I know they are. I've planted the chufa. I got clover planted. I've got pictures of them. They've been coming in consistently. And now that season's open, they're just not in there. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on, man? So Tuesday, I tell my brother, I say, hey, Jimmy, we're not going to go back to the chufa field. I've hunted there 3 days in a row, and all I've seen is hens. Haven't heard a gobble. It's been not so good hunting. Like, it's nothing like last year. Last year, I went in there, and every time I shot something, or someone did. So I was like, you know what, dude? Let's go hit up this piece of public, and let's just try our hand at that. So Tuesday morning, we get there. We're the first ones there. We get in the spot that I wanted, and dude, birds are on fire. I mean, we heard 6 or 7 different birds. They're just hammering. And then most of them are right on the edge of public and private, right? And then we finally get on this one bird, and we're kind of working it. And then some good old hens came and took them away onto the private land. So
go figure.
Hoorah. Yeah, exactly. Go figure. So we're sitting there, and I ain't looked at my phone. I've been chasing turkeys all morning. So I get on the old telephone, and, this is what I have a love-hate relationship with my Wise-Eye cameras. I love them dearly. They're great cameras. They work great. All the functions, the app, all that. Well, I don't like the fact that when I decide to not hunt my chufa field, that I get a picture of 2 strutters in there that morning. I'm like, are you kidding me, man? Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
The one day I don't hunt, these birds come out. And, we ended up not killing a turkey on the public land. I'm like, you know what, dude? Let's just go home, hang out with the family. Obviously his daughter's with them. So we go home, we hang out, and do whatever. And then I'm like, well, let's go back and hunt the evening at the chufa field because the turkeys were in there. So we stroll in there about 2 o'clock or so, and I got out a little hen decoy and one of them funky chicken, looks like a submissive wimpy Jake kind of feel. So I got them out there, and I got the old rooted call that my brother had bought. He just bought one. And you may think I told him to. I did not. He just went ahead and bought one. So anyway, I'm sitting there calling on that every, 10 minutes or so. And then poor little Johnny was tired. So I decided to take a nap. So I said, well, Jimmy, you just wake me up whenever a bird gets in here. And, well, sure enough, he, was smacking me to get up. And I look out, and that's all I see, man, is this red head. And he's looking because, he had heard this call. I was calling, and Jimmy was calling, and, so he came in looking. And dude, this old boy, he saw their decoys, and he really wasn't that big of a fan, but he didn't hate them. He just kind of was skirting the edge. And Jimmy brought his 410. And that bird came in there, and he came in. He didn't make a sound, but he came into that old call and was just looking for that sweet hen that the call was making. And he came in. Jimmy popped him. And, it was a little far of a shot for the 410. So he hit him, didn't kill him right away. And then he got that other shot at him and got him good that time. But, he's a dead turkey. And, man, it was 4 days of grinding it out, not seeing much. But you know what, man, we got the bird on the ground, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it is all that matters, man. It sounds like y'all had one heck of a time in the blind together with your brother, man. There's nothing better than being in the blind with your brother. And I like your brother a lot. Man. I like old Jimmy a lot. Now he's a hoot. He is
he's something else, man.
He is. He's a good dude. I think a lot of him, man. And man, I tell you what, we were at Sinking Creek Ranch down in Linden, Tennessee, Perry County, doing some hunting. We had some clients in camp, and oh man, was it the most phenomenal?
Yeah, your weekend went a little different than mine.
Yeah, man, that was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had turkey hunting. I mean, I've got a lot of cool experiences. I mean, hunting with you, getting that double with you was awesome on the Rios. It was definitely really one of those experiences that, was just cool to be there. Whether I killed or not, it was just cool to be there. So we roll into camp Friday night, cook up some mean burgers for everybody. Everybody's got real high hopes, everybody's excited. We stay up way too late as usual. And that's just kind of a normal thing for me, is just to stay up way too late. So especially when I know I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But
of course.
Yeah, so we had a game plan to leave at it was be walking at 5:15 was the game plan, and we went back to this area, where it is, the graveyard field. And folks, it literally has a graveyard in it. That's why it's called the graveyard field. But we stopped shy at the big field that we planted beans in last year, just to listen, make sure, hear a gobble, get on a bird. We weren't just going to go deer hunt them and just sit down and wait. We were actually going to actively chase a longbeard. And dude, there were gobbles everywhere. The mountainsides exploded, but there was one bird that was on fire right next to that graveyard field. And I just said, let's go right now, man. I was stripping decoys out of bags as we were walking, and I just chunked the bag over to the side. The side of the road. See you later, decoy bag. I'll be back for y'all in a little while. But man,
that's it.
We got set up real quick. That bird was, gobbling every single breath. And a lot of times turkeys hammer really hard on the limb and then they'll shut up. Well, this dude did not shut up. He kept gobbling and kept gobbling and kept gobbling, man. It was just unbelievable how many times that bird gobbled. Well, he pitched down on the side of the ridge, and I thought, well, that's not good. That's not good at all, because we have typically had a hard time calling turkeys downhill. Now, it's easier to call them uphill, but it is not as easy to call them down a hill. And I was thinking, man, I hope this goes well. He's up there putting on a show, gobbling, strutting, drumming his brains out. And I just pray that he comes down here and does the same thing right in front of my clients first. I just want these guys to have an awesome experience. Well, he did. I was sitting there watching him. I could see him between two dogwoods. And I hit that call, just, hammered. And I was like, oh, that was nice. Because I could watch him stretch that neck out and everything, man. It was just beautiful how that little feller decided to gobble like that. And then he tucked those feathers, and here he came. Here that old dude came. Still drumming, man. Not even strutting, but still drumming. All the way down. He walked his way all the way down that ridge, and I thought he was going to come out straight in front of us, but he ended up coming to our far right, where the road comes into that field that takes you back to the last of the Mohicans back there. He came down in the edge of the field and walked it all the way back in front of us, walked right in front of the wise eye. I mean, right in front of it, full strut, blown up like a big dog,
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, And then he spit a couple times when he was coming across there. He spit so hard that his tail fan shook. I was like, oh, man, he's doing it right. And he finally gets to about 20 yards, and I thought, I got to make this bird gobble in front of these guys and get them really hooked. I mean, not that they're not hooked already, but I want that thing to scream right in front of them. So I did, man. I did a cut on that old mouth call, and that bird hammered. I was like, ooh, ooh. And, I had told Ryan, I was like, man, you call the shot, because I'm sitting behind everybody, and I couldn't really see his camera angle or nothing like that. And
Sure.
I forgot that I said that, and I'm sitting back there saying, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Like a real goof, because I was so amped up just on that bird coming in and what he was doing. Oh, man.
Yeah. It turns you sideways.
Dude, it's just not every day that they come in like that and that they do that exactly. I mean, they're, like you said, you had 4 days where you chased these turkeys and chased them and nothing. And then all of a sudden, it happened. It's kind of been the story of mine and his season so far in Florida. We killed one bird.
Oh, yeah.
We walked for how many days after that? A bunch. And then Alabama didn't kill nothing. As far as, longbeards and stuff, old Cade shot him a Jake, but I don't know, man. I think that bird may have been a little bit bigger than a Jake. He had a full fan, but had some beard rot. So it's kind of hard to tell. But nonetheless, that's some fine meat in the deep fryer. Either way, it's fine meal to eat on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, my boy Don Jr. hammers that turkey. Ryan finally told him to shoot. I was sitting back there, almost dancing like, kill this turkey! Kill him!
Come on, dude. Execute.
Yeah, and and then I forgot totally that I told Ryan to call the shot, because I mean, I wanted to get good footage for the show and for the lodge, and for the memories and all that stuff too for those guys. And oh man, it was just unbelievable. Called the shot, boom, nailed that bird, man. He flapped his wings a couple times and it was over. The old headshot, man. It was awesome. Awesome. I jumped up quicker than he did, and I was already out there like a wild banshee, man. I was gone. Except this time I didn't trip over the barbed wire, like I did last year, because, last year we actually killed a double in that field with me and Kaysen and Kane, and then ended up going back and shooting Kane's bird on the way back to the lodge. Well, something very, very similar happened again on this hunt, where the second morning, this is day 2, we go out again, Ryan's like, man, you need to take your gun just in case, you know, we can kill a double. I was like, all right, that sounds good, because Don Jr. was done and Don Sr. was up to bat. And I was like, well, I'll take my gun. And, you know, if one comes in, he shoots. And if two comes in, we'll just do the old 3-2 whammer jammer. And that's exactly what happened, dude. So how many times in your life, John, have you ever called a longbeard off of a hen? How many times?
I can probably count them on one hand. I mean, it don't happen a lot. 3, 4, 5, mad max.
Yeah. So
I mean, max.
That's what was so crazy about this particular morning, man. These birds were gobbling their heads off. And at first I thought it was just one bird, and then the other one chimed in, started gobbling with him. And I thought, dang, man, we got busted. We were running a little bit late. I mean, not busted, but, you know, if we would have went where I wanted to go, we would have been busted, because I wanted to set up on top of that little ridge in that soybean field. So that way you could see the whole field. And, you know, it's just really nice to have that field of view. So we sat down just on the lodge side of that knoll and threw them old decoys out there, man, you know, and got to ripping on that call a little bit just to let them know we were there, you know, a little yawp yawp, just to say, hey, we're over here. And right before fly down, dude, those birds flew down fast, man. I mean, fast. It was 6 o'clock or so when they flew down. Unbelievable. Like, I thought it would be, you know, 6:30 or something like that, but dude, as soon as it was light enough to see, they were on the ground, full strut, drumming, spitting, dancing, gobbling.
Ready to roll.
Oh man, they were fired up from the toe up. And, you know, I heard the old hen, and I thought, dang it, it's not going to be like yesterday when there was no hens. No hens were present the day before, and now here is this hen who is going to cause distraction in my plans, you know. But
yeah.
Anyway, so she starts calling, and I cut her off. I mean, I just shut that down real quick, and I got loud and started cutting, and I don't know what that means in turkey language, but that's what I did. And man, she got mad and started firing back at me, and then I fired back at her, and she flew down and didn't say another word. I was like, interesting. It's kind of weird. But nonetheless, I'm still thinking in my mind, dude, these birds are going to follow her right up out of this field. Ain't good for us. Yep. But they did not. They strutted on her for a few minutes, and she didn't pay them a lick of attention. She just kept walking across that field, feeding as she went, and didn't pay them no attention. Wouldn't even look at them. And I'm sitting over there in the corner.
I've been there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sitting over there in the corner, you know, and trying my best just to get their attention. But every time we struck that call, hammered. And I was like, man, these dudes got to do it. I just praying that they do it, you know, so that way Don Sr. can fill his tag. And it would be even cooler if we could double, you know, because it's always cool to double like that. And
absolutely.
Well, here they come. They start working their way towards us. And I start slowing down on the call, and I start backing off. You know, the closer they get, the less I call. And the softer I call. You know, I start doing, you know, real soft yells. Every now and then I'll do a loud cut just to change it up a little bit. And, man, they couldn't stand it. Here they come. They crested the ridge, saw the decoys. Both of them longbeards, John, dropped their heads and sprinted as fast as they could.
Ooh.
Sprinted.
I love that, dude. God, I love that.
Oh, it was awesome, man.
Oh.
They just,
yeah, heck yeah, it's awesome.
Little turkey legs were just like the Roadrunner, like that's what it was like. And you know, they got, so I don't know what it's called, but when they got over in front of us, dude, they both blew up and they started stepping in unison at the same time. Like each step was articulated and they matched perfectly. All while they were doing it. Yeah, they were just putting on a choreography dance there, whatever that's called. I'm
Yeah,
not in that world, so
choreographic.
yeah, choreograph.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not really a dancer, but yeah.
No, if you see me dancing, that's a bad situation for me.
Yeah,
Um,
that's rough.
but man, Ryan gave us the go ahead to shoot, and I just looked at Don Senior and us, and we knew which ones we were going to shoot, obviously, because they turned perfectly, and they were both facing us.
Mm,
So he had one, I had one. They were right in front of us, so there was no guesswork on that. And
yeah.
I just said 3, 2, 1, woo! Woo! Those birds went down. You want to talk
That's
about
what
an
I'm talking about.
explosion of emotions? Oh man. After watching them come down, strut, gobble, do the dance all the way across the field. Oh my gosh, man. So now we have killed 3 birds, right? This is morning 2 and it's before 6:30. We have already got 2 birds on the
Mm,
ground, dead.
mm.
And I'm beside myself, man. I don't even know what to do with my hands, to be real honest with you. I ain't got a clue what to do with my hand other than just
Love
flop
it.
around like a little kid, because I'm just so excited. And oh man, so we start walking out. Oh, and one little fact I forgot to mention: Don Jr.'s bird was double bearded. Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I'm starting to think, down there on the Sinking Creek Ranch, that there are some double beard genetics, and I don't know if that's even a real thing or not. So, I mean, that's the second one that's been killed that's double bearded, and I've had others on
Mm,
camera that are double bearded. So,
nice.
coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. Or is it genetics? I have no idea what makes a bird have 2 beards. I have no clue. I'm not a bird scientist, if you will, so I don't know, but it is super cool that they're kind of prevalent in that area. And um,
Heck yeah.
but back to the main story. So just like the year before, we doubled, walking back, shot another one. Well, here we go. Repeat again. We're almost, where those 2 fields are that are right beside the lodge. And look, guys, if you're listening to this and you're trying to picture what we're talking about, book a hunt with me. I'll take you turkey hunting. Come on down. It's a fine place to be. And you can see exactly what we're talking about here. But right before you get back to the lodge, you have that giant field on your right and that small field on your left. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we were to that little curve there to where we were about to turn back to go straight to the lodge. And we stopped right there so we could take pictures and all that. Ryan left or walked back to the house to get his photography camera. And man, these birds start firing off. And I'm sitting there
Mm.
listening, looking at Ryan walking away. And then they just keep gobbling. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I told them boys, I said, I can't deal with this anymore. I said, I will be back and we will go kill those turkeys. I said, we got to get him. We got to get him. He's hot. We got to go kill him now. And I get to the house and I was like, Ryan, we need to grab your shotgun and go kill this turkey right now. He is gobbling like crazy. And he's like, man, I really want to get these pictures. I was like, dude, the pictures can wait. You need to kill a turkey.
Yeah, come on.
You need to shoot a turkey. So he was like, will you grab my gun and some shells? I was like, yeah. So here I go tearing off in the house, grabbing shells, grabbing a gun, and, going out of there as fast as I can. Um, and then when I got back to where he was, he still wanted to take the pictures. I was like, brother, we're going to take plenty of pictures. Let's go kill you a turkey.
Yes.
Because this bird is on fire. He is ripping, ready to go. So I think we can kill him pretty quick. And where they were on top of this ridge. So right when he crossed that dry creek bed into that next cornfield, there's that big ridge that starts on your left there. So we went down, came up out of that dry creek bed, and I hit that call a little bit. In fact, it was one just like this. And John, this is actually your call, by the way. It was one just like this from the
Nice.
old silver side. Yeah, it was this call. I hit it a little bit, and just a good old yelp, and maybe a little cut or two. Hammered. I was like, he's on fire. He's still on fire, man. So we go on down a couple hundred yards, and there's this little, I don't even know. I'm tired. It's been a long couple of days, but two ridges meet right there, and me and Ryan decided to
Pinch
go up
point.
pinch point. We decided to go up the right ridge and see where they were, because it sounded like they were more over that way. And I thought, well, if we do go this way and they're on the adjacent ridge, that's okay, because we can backdoor them and come back around the backside and, do the deal. So we get to climbing up this hill. I hit the call again. They hammer. Turns out there's three of them in there. Three of them, John.
Oh, boy.
Fledged, long beards on fire. And they ain't like little 2-year-olds either, dude. They are full grown big boys. And when I say 2-year-olds, I don't care. If they got a long beard, good fan, they're dead. That's just all there is to it.
Yep. Bye-bye.
That don't mean nothing to me. I mean, it don't mean a dang thing to me. But with that being said, what I'm getting at here is they hammered just, boom. And then, so we go up a little bit further, and I hit the call. We got about 3/4 of the way up the mountainside there, and I said, let me hit that call one more time. I called, and they were at like 40 yards. I was like, we got to sit down right now. And Ryan was like, yeah, let's sit down right now. So he sit down on this tree. I'm literally on my knees with this ginormous spaceship of a camera, this FX6. I don't even know how to turn the thing on, John. And I'm like, dude, I hope that this is in the right format. I hope it's the right lighting, because I don't know any of these buttons. I'm in full panic mode thinking I'm about to ruin this video and this camera for all that goes, and anyway, long story short, I called one more time. They were at 30, and there's like a little bench right there, so we couldn't see them, and they couldn't see us, which worked out to our advantage in the end. So they hammered, strutting, drumming, the whole works again, just like they were that morning. I mean, this is 7 o'clock. I mean, we're not even, they're still on fire. And so we sit down, get ready, and I see them. I'm like, oh, baby. And Ryan couldn't see him as good because he was sitting all the way down, and I was on my knees. So I was just holding that video camera, and just kind of tucked myself behind a little sapling, which you obviously know that does not work. I need like 100-year-old oak tree to hide behind. Good night. It's like a beached whale has landed. It's like, man, you stick out like a sore thumb, But nonetheless, thankful for that Sitka gear, that really, really ties us into those woods a lot better than just my big old figure sitting there. But man, they kept coming, and I just stopped calling, shut up completely, and they keep gobbling. And the first one comes out from behind the tree, and I'm sitting there scrambling. I don't even know what's going on with my life at this point. I'm just praying that I don't ruin this camera. Essentially is what I'm getting at is, Lord, don't let me wreck this camera. That's all I'm worried about right now. And the second one comes out, and you hear I was like, uh-oh. And Ryan just, boom, smashed his old noggin, man. I mean, the perfect headshot ever. And I thought, man, I thought I just jumped up immediately and like got sideways or whatever. And fortunately enough, I sat there long enough after the kill shot that it was okay footage. It wasn't bad. I didn't break the camera, and everything was okay. But
mission accomplished.
We sealed the deal on 4 birds in 2 mornings. 4 birds, 2 mornings. It was unbelievable, man. Absolutely an unbelievable experience. I mean, that ranch down there is so full of birds. It's crazy, man. The number of turkeys that are down there, and I mean, it's just a great place. Well, the thing is, man, is it's 4 years of land management. 4 years of working and getting that place situated for this kind of stuff. Man. This is what we're after, and the first 2 years, nobody killed a turkey. And guess what? Year 3 and 4, we killing turkeys.
Yeah,
We kill 'em.
everything from trapping to food plots to everything else.
Oh,
Burns.
burns, man. We like to, rotate and burn off certain fields each year, so that way we can keep that Johnson grass at bay as best we can, and because some of these crops that we plant, you can't do any kind of herbicide, so it just kills everything. But beans, luckily, we can. So,
Yeah, I mean, hard work pays off, man. And, for me, there is nothing better to me than a gobbling turkey. I mean, out of all the things in the woods, whether it's, a deer chasing a doe in that cold November crisp morning, or it's a flooded timber field and the mallards are just working in just right and putting on the brakes and and they're coming and floating in. I love that too. But dude, anything. When you set a hook on a big old 8-pound bass and you got that thing on and you fighting and it jumps, that's awesome. Nothing beats a gobbling turkey, dude. Nothing. I don't care what it is. To me, a gobbling turkey, strutting in your face, gobbling, spitting, doing it right, just like you're saying. And nothing better, dude. Nothing better than that in the woods, in my opinion.
well,
Love
it's
it.
second best for me because, I like them ducks a lot. I like
Oh, I
them.
know.
I'm an old duck boy now. I like them mallards coming in and flipping and calling and everything else and
Me
hearing them.
too.
Yeah, but turkeys are right up there with them old ducks, man.
It's a good time.
I just can't help it, dude. I'm a duck dude. I can't help it, man. I love me some duck hunting. I mean, love it, love it, love it. I can't get enough of it. I just got to shoot the ducks.
But man, just whenever a critter does it right, I mean, it just makes it that much more special.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're with people, with buddies or with clients or with family or whatever it is. Man, it's awesome.
Well, not to mention too that these two birds were their first turkeys ever, and they got to experience probably one of the hunts that will not soon be recreated. That's tough to
Yeah,
get those
absolutely.
birds to do that, you know, consistently. And man, those birds are they're tough, man. But especially in Eastern, dude. But this
Well,
was
yeah.
one of those hunts, man. Where it was just a very special hunt, and the weather was nice. Everything just played out perfectly, and I love every second of it, man. But I have to say, it just reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses that I live by, and well, it's two verses
Yeah.
actually. And this is paraphrased, by the way. I'm not reading this from the actual Bible. This is paraphrased. So, Genesis 27, 3 and 4. It says, take your bow and quiver out to the field, hunt game for me, bring it back, and make me a savory meal. All right, so we've done the part of going out to the field. We didn't take a bow and quiver. We took a shotgun and ammo. And we're going to make a savory meal. I promise you that. Turkey nuggets are on the way. Turkey nuggets. You know me, man. I love my turkey nuggets now. I get sideways about some nugs. I love me some nugs,
Yeah,
man.
buddy. Dude, turkey nuggets are just good for the soul.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We've said it before. You want to talk about going organic. Man, we've been organic. We're the OG organic.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
I was organic before it was cool.
well, let's think about it like this. No person has touched the meat of our turkeys or deer.
Nope.
Nothing.
Just us.
Just us, man. Us and God. And that's it, man. They created them, or He created them for us to harvest and consume and to take care of them. That's the point. If you go and shoot all of them, well, guess what? You're out of food. I mean, that's just kind of how that happens.
Not good.
Yeah, not good at all, man. Not good at all. But, you were saying that, the first few days were pretty tough and a lot of hard hunting was going on. Well, day number 4 for me, or day number 3. Which day was it? I've already lost track of the days. Anyway, Monday, me and my buddy Slate went out, and we had this bird. He was fired up. And little did I know, there's a hen about 20 yards in the tree above me. How she didn't see us come in, I don't know. But she didn't see us. And this old bird, man, he's got to have 2-inch hooks on him. Got to have some hooks, because he is a very, very, very wise turkey. We tried everything in the playbook, and that hen actually pitched down about 10 yards beside me. I was like, well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe he'll just come to her, or whatever, maybe she'll ease on out in front of us, and then he'll come in and, whatever. No, that didn't happen.
Wrong again.
It's like, sometimes I think the good Lord has a sense of humor. He's like, all right, boys, I gave you 4 birds. Now you got to work hard again. It's like, yeah, I gave you 4. Now you're getting greedy. So, but anyway, dude, we got in and we're calling. He was hammering, strutting back and forth on this ridge. Of course, it's impossible to call this dude down the ridge. And I mean, man, he was hot, like gobbling at every breath, everything. Bluebirds, blue jays, crows, us, everything that made a little sound, he was gobbling. I thought, man, he's going to do it at some point. We just got to sit here and wait on it. Well, wouldn't you know, John, that hen turns up the mountain, and there she goes, just walking away. And here comes our Tom right with her. I was like, beat us again. It happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Women tend to do that in the turkey world too. Just ruin your day a little bit.
Don't say that too loud.
Nah, I'm joking.
Oh, I know you are, man. It was a great weekend though, man. Anytime, and I know I say this all the time, but whenever you get to be in God's creation with awesome people, dude, there's nothing better than being out in His creation with people who are like-minded and just absolutely appreciate the chase and the hunt, because these are totally wild birds at the ranch. We don't have released game birds. For turkeys, they're just wild turkeys. So guess what? They can do whatever they want to. Go and come as they please. It just doesn't really matter. They can go and do whatever they want, whatever they want. So, it just is what it is. And, man, I just love it when they do it right and put on a show like they did. Because, man, all 4 of them birds put on a wild show. It was awesome. Awesome, man.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah, it is. That is it.
It's like, you're talking about just enjoying it. Like, so on opening day, I took poor little Richie and his brother, poor little Jeffrey, out. That's, my wife's uncle. And so we go out there. This is Jeffrey's first time turkey hunting. And, I'm talking up the Chufa field. I'm showing him pictures of the birds that have been in it. Yada, yada, yada. And I told him, like, hey, man, it's called hunting, not killing. So who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
We get in there, and this one hen was like 3 yards away from us and literally sprinted. It came in our view, and just as quick as it came in, she was out of there. Just shoo. And I thought, okay, this bird's running away from a tom. Like, this is fixing to get good. And then nothing happened. And then, like, 30 minutes later, here come 2 hens just, hanging out, eating chufa, doing their thing. And they, walked in front of us, and, Richie's filming the turkey. He's looking through his binos. He got some new binos, and he's looking, all this is happening. And It's not like I'm not excited. It's cool, but I'm like, dude, where the heck is your boyfriend at? Like, I didn't come here to go bird watching. I came here to freaking shoot a turkey. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so anyway, after all that, I'm kind of bummed out a little, but man, this darn, dude, I really thought we were going to kill something. Well, after all that, Richie and Jeff were like, dude, this was so much fun. I love being out here, watching the sunrise, watching the world wake up. Those turkeys came. I got to look at them. It was really cool, man. This was awesome. And it just kind of reminded me like, all right, man, you don't have to kill a turkey to enjoy turkey hunting.
Mhm.
You know, obviously that's the goal, and it's super awesome when you do it. I mean, but sometimes you just got to remember, it's not always about that, and you got to see the bigger picture, because you are going to not kill a turkey way more often than you are going to kill one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, they
So,
will humble you very fast. If you think, just when I think I'm an excellent turkey hunter, I get humbled for about 2 weeks. Seems to be
yeah,
how it
real
goes,
quick,
man.
like,
It's like, man, I thought I was good at this, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe I ain't as good at this as I thought I was anymore. You know,
yeah,
but oh man, but like you said, sometimes we just got to sit back and realize that it's all about really who you're with, being in God's creation, and just enjoying the time spent outdoors.
exactly.
That's all I'm
Yep.
getting at here. You know,
I think
but
that pretty much sums that up for
yeah,
me.
yeah, no, man, that sums up what I've got to say. Man, this has been a heck of a turkey season, and can't wait for me and
Yeah,
you to
dude.
get back in the woods together.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. We will make that happen
Oh yeah.
110%.
Oh, it's time.
And
It's time.
man, we're only 5 days into this season,
Mm-hmm.
6 whenever this comes out. And yeah, dude, we're just gonna roll with it, man. And you know, I wish everyone a great rest of your season wherever you're at. And hopefully the birds do it right for you, just like they did for us.
Absolutely. And guys, we hope that you have a phenomenal season. The rest of the season, wherever you are, don't forget, check us out on all of our platforms. We are on every podcast platform out there: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We got it all. And
Yep.
there's 2 ways to support this podcast. One, you can buy merch from us: shirts, hats, hoodies, sweatpants. We have sweatpants, folks. And
I love sweatpants.
I know, man, they're great. And the other way is to do a sponsorship of the show. And there's a link in the description of this show to support what we're doing so we can keep doing what we're doing. We appreciate each and every one of y'all taking the time to listen to us. We're just a couple old rednecks just having fun and talking about the woods and God, and our experiences, and we hope it helps somebody along the way. But with that being said, the redneck is out.
See y'all.
For all things Rooted Podcast and Rooted Television, and I mean hats, shirts, hoodies, and other merch, check out our friends at CH Lone Star Pro and the link that is in our description.